Before I begin this video, I would like for all of y'all listening to put aside your ego, put aside your religious belief, and just incorporate intelligence. Put your emotions to the side. Just incorporate intelligence and see it for what it really is when it comes to the scripture. Now we know that there's a multi-dimensional cosmic creator experiencing itself in multi-realities or dimensions. But when it comes to the scripture, it appears that we are dealing with a God, or better yet, a individual, or rather a man with supreme power. Now, according to the book of Habakkuk 3, and 4, it says God came from T-Man, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Sally. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and that was the hiding of his power. He came from T-Man. That's all we need right there. And the Holy One came from Mount Paran. That's all we need. As we see, T-Man is in Saudi Arabia, as well as Mount Paran. They're both in Saudi Arabia. Clearly, it's saying that the God is coming from our earth. It ain't say he coming from Nibiru. It ain't say it's one of the Anunnaki that's coming, from another star constellation. It is plainly and clearly saying that the God is coming from our earth. But what type of God are we to look forward to? Well, according to Isaiah 63 and 3, I have trodden the winepress alone, and no one from the nations was with me. I trampled them in my anger and trod them down in my fury. Their blood spattered my garments, and all my clothes were stained. So we're dealing with a vengeful God seeking retribution. And he's coming by himself without the aid of the nations. And he's coming strictly for his lost people. Or rather, I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he not coming for everybody else. He coming strictly for a certain group of people, or rather lost sheep, because the shepherds did not tend to his flock the proper way. In other words, they were mistreating them, his people, so bad to the point to where he himself has to come out of his hiding place. You know this shit bad. And he coming for vengeance, as we already read. Now, what I propose to you all is the incorporation of the universal law of correspondence. Now, put your ego and your emotions in a very deep sleep and activate your intelligence and see this for what it really is. And don't pass judgment until you actually heard the entire thing out. Now let's go into some FBI files that was documented that is in direct correspondence with what we just read according to scripture. The speaker who had talked about the parable then made a long talk about the Son of Man who had come from the east. This Son of Man could not be the devil's Son of Man, but rather a Muslim Son of Man. He indicated that W.D. Farad was the Son of Man he was referring to. Farad apparently was personally in the Holy Land of Mecca, but he came to North America in 1930 or 1934. The informant was not sure which date was mentioned. He came by himself, like the scripture said. Didn't it just say he coming by himself? Because he was all powerful and had the power of the universe in his right hand. He came to deliver the tribe of Islam and not the Caucasians. Didn't it just say he coming strictly for his lost sheep? Many prophets had previously come to rescue the white man, but the white devil would not obey. The white devil must be killed, and the Muslims will kill them. The white devil is a man and does not have the strength the black man has. The devil can't do right and wasn't going to do right. The Son of Man will destroy the devil and give the black man peace and happiness. All those who do not fall in line with the Muslims will be destroyed, and there will be no room for them. The meeting broke up shortly before 4 o'clock. It continues. Another speaker stated that the term mukmuk means high praise, and apparently is one of the usual surnames used by the Muslims. One of the male speakers gave a talk lasting for about 35 minutes concerning the coming of the Son of Man. He stated that the Son of Man would rise in the east and come to the west. That's what the Bible say anyway. And will teach wisdom to the Muslims. He called the Bible the poison book. W.D. Farad, also known as Mukmuk, apparently is the Son of Man who is now in the east in the holy city of Mecca, which is heaven. The only heaven there is Mecca. This Son of Man came to the wilderness of North America by himself. Like, he just said that shit now. We just read it. That this God is supposed to come by himself, seeking vengeance or whatever, or searching for his sheep. Because he was all powerful. That's what it say. That's why he came by himself. He held the power of the universe in his right hand. Okay, it just said somebody he had the hiding of his power when he said he know this God coming from T-Man and Mount Paran. Now, we're just using the law of correspondence here. The Son of Man came for the deliverance of the lost tribe of Islam. So the lost tribe will be the lost sheep. So we're talking about a correspondent that is in direct reference to that of the Bible. It goes on to say, and not to serve the Caucasians as the white man is the devil. This devil has had streams of prophets who have been unable to reform him, and that is why he must be killed. And we Muslims must kill him. The devil is a snake, and there are no good devils. The white man was grafted from the black man, which took 600 years. The white man is weak and cannot do right. The righteous nature is not within him. He is the devil. The devil has been given power to build, but the duty of the Son of Man is to destroy him and give you peace and happiness. In a few days, Allah himself will shine in the wilderness of North America. We have been lost in a land of evil doing by a race designed to wipe out the original black man and woman. Have patience, as the Son of Man will be here soon. A Muslim is one who has found peace with Allah and his fellow man. The Muslims are in the war, but not of the war. The now war is to come, and it will burst forth all of a sudden. Let us enjoy peace and happiness and have patience. Now here I just want y'all to look at the correspondence of this. God's on his way again, retracing the old salvation route, coming up from the south through T-Man, the Holy One from Mount Paran. Skies are blazing with his splendor, his praises sounding through the earth, his cloud brightness like dawn, exploding, spreading, forked lightning shooting from his hand. What power hidden in that fist! Plague marches before him, pestilence at his heels. He stops, he shakes earth. He looks around, nations tremble. The age-old mountains fall to pieces. Ancient hills collapse like a spent balloon. The paths God takes are older than the oldest mountains and hills. I saw everyone worried and in panic. Old wilderness adversaries, Cushan and Medina, were terrified, hoping he wouldn't notice them. So when this one come, he coming to destroy. He gonna be like an anti to this world, or according to what we just read, according to the FBI files that was, released. He coming to destroy Caucasians, y'all. This is for educational purposes only. We just tying in the Bible with what was stated by the FBI. Okay? So they already know who this man is supposed to be. So it's no secret. And it's probably why they building them underground bunkers trying to hide. But we know that ain't gonna work according to some of the stuff I'm about to release for y'all. Okay, book of Isaiah. I have tried in the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and for the year of my redeemed is come. The redeemed he's talking about is his lost sheep. We just witnessed that, okay? And looked, and there was none to help. So wasn't nobody there to help his lost sheep. So he had to come himself, right? He got to come get his people, right? Okay. And I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I would tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. You can't tell me this ain't like a hero's journey. This is what it is. He on a quest. So technically he would be the Caucasian's devil and the so-called black man or the original owners of the planet's God. Now I'm going to read for y'all what Farad Muhammad told the police department or the officers when he was arrested or booked. Okay? He told them at police headquarters he evaded questions cleverly with the complacent smile of the Oriental fakir. Farad calmly told detectives that he was the supreme being on earth. Alright, that's all I want to read right there. So basically, he letting them know, look, I'm the one, that y'all should be afraid of. Now, y'all can read the rest of that if you want to, because the FBI actually made false, allegations toward him, accusing him of, practicing voodoo and stuff like that. But anyway, this is the meaning of the name Farad. And as we see, it is an Arabic name of origin, meaning another name for God, unequaled. Farad, another name for God or unequaled. So another name for God, unequal, no matter what you look at it. Unique, a religious duty that Allah commands. So then it says, this in the book of John 5:27, and he has given him authority to execute judgment because he is the Son of Man. Not the son of a spook or a spirit, but the son of a man. It goes on to say in the book of Mark 14:62, I am, said Jesus, and you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of power and coming with the clouds of heaven. Now we know that the clouds, he coming in a spaceship, y'all common damn sense. Okay, as we gonna hear Elijah Muhammad say that he coming in a spaceship to destroy the Caucasian people. This we gonna play it, okay? Now it goes on to say, when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. That's in the book of Matthew. And here we have an authentic picture of Farad Muhammad with the police officers or government officials, of him showing them, that's me right there in the Quran. I am that supreme being. I am Allah. And then we also have where Elijah Muhammad offered the government to prove the false allegations of them claiming that this phony is Farad Muhammad, in which they never proved. For $100,000, I would have been trying to disprove that shit every day, but they couldn't. They couldn't prove these false allegations. Now I would hope that y'all had put aside your ego and your emotions and your religious belief and look at the scriptures with an intelligent lens as far as how it corresponds with what has occurred in our time and what the scripture is saying by using the laws, the universal laws of correspondence.
Could you describe a little bit more about the destruction or killing of white folks that you mentioned before?
As I said in the beginning, that God have revealed to me his purpose to destroy America. The time of all white people is up as ruling powers over dark, brown, yellow, and red races. His time is up. He was to live only 6,000 years on our planet and rule us under evil, to try the original people under a ruler of evil. He was made a devil from the very beginning, yes. He was made a devil and was taught tricks, how to trick the original darker people into believing a lie for truth and truth for lie, and to divide them and put one against the other so that he could rule them. That's what he has been successfully doing with us here in America and in parts of Africa. And most all over the world, wherever he gets hold of that particular people under Christianity, he deceives them. And that people automatically becomes a subject of his. And God says to me that he will destroy this country in one day. And that, he said once it would be destroyed in 12 hours. And
He destroys in 12 hours.
in 12 hours. And I asked how. He says by cutting a short into gravity, causing the exploding of the atom over
Could you
America.
say that again, please?
Cut a shortage into gravity, and that will cause the exploding of all the atoms over North America and turn it into a complete flame of fire, as far up as air goes. It will be in a flame. And he said it will burn for 390 years.
God will destroy this part of the world, the whole world?
No,
This
just America alone.
world. By cutting a shortage on gravity.
Cutting a shortage, causing a shortage
Yes.
into gravity. Like a shortage, in electric.
Yes.
And that will explode all the atoms.
What do you look like with your little pop gun when God has put a weapon above your head that is for your and my deliverance? Swing low, sweet chariot. Our old ancestors sung it because they knew that this was not their home, but God would take them to their home. You say, but if it is only a half a mile by a half a mile, how are we all going to fit in it? It wasn't made for us all to fit in it, but the earth is a wide expanse for you to fit in. And the wheel, after it finishes its work, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said you'll have much space for you to move out and make a way for yourself. Because when that wheel gets finished its work, there won't be, unfortunately, much human life left on the planet Earth unless the leaders choose life.